Recruiter here to review your resume. The resume we have up first is a Java software engineer. So, this is a terrible resume. I know this because they told me their ratio. And the ratio is, well, how many applications it takes to get an interview. And in this case, this person has applied to over 300 jobs, and I've heard back from only maybe one or two of them. And your goal in making your resume should be to get one interview per 7 applications, which my methods do get you. That is what my methods get people, is one interview per 7 applications. There's a bit of an asterisk to that, which I'll go over a little bit later. But this person has a terrible resume. So I'm here to tell you why it's terrible, how to fix it, and what to do about that so that you can get a job. Because the channel where I just roast resumes and tell them they're bad is a bad channel. I will tell you how to fix them. So what do we need for a Java engineer? So we need Java, Spring, Spring Boot, Maven, SDLC, SQL, RESTful API or REST APIs, microservices, CI/CD, object-oriented programming, Git, Linux, Unix, Agile, Scrum, Cloud, architecting or systems work, Hibernate, Docker, Kubernetes, and Kafka, and rare but nice to have is all that other stuff. So will I be able to find that in 20 seconds, which is what we need to move you forward? And the answer is no, because it's a bad resume and it has a terrible ratio. If I was able to find it in 20 seconds, it would have a 1 in 7. So we are looking for qualifications, not keywords, which I will go over in a minute. But let's see what we have here. And go. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Where is your education? Okay, good. Then this doesn't matter. Delivered real-time visibility into onboarding status for 5,000 daily users across, doesn't matter. Reduce P90 latency, doesn't matter. And time. Okay, I found nothing I needed. Now, a lot of you are saying, Lee, what are you talking about? Right? My name is Lee. There's Java, there's SQL, there's Bash, there's Spring Boot, there's Redis, there's REST APIs. Yeah, but I'm not keyword hunting. If I was keyword hunting, this skills section right here would be what I'm looking for, but I'm not. Recruiters do not keyword hunt. Well, I will say baby recruiters who just start keyword hunt for about 2 to 3 months and then they stop keyword. So people that have recruited for, whoa, okay, my dog just knocked something off. He is okay. He is now you're fine. Stop knocking things over. So baby recruiters do, experienced recruiters do not. So anybody over 3 months experience in recruiting typically does not keyword hunt. So what is the difference between a keyword and a qualification? Well, what is a keyword? A keyword is this. This is what the hiring team needs. If the manager says, I need somebody with Java, that is a keyword. I need somebody with Git, that is a keyword. So these are the common qualifications, common keywords that we need. Now, what is a qualification? A qualification is a keyword plus how you used it, plus why you used it in a way that my grandfather could understand it, and where you used it. If it is not what, how, why, where, it does not count as a qualification. So, because a summary and a skill section does not tell me how, why, or where you used it, it does not count and might as well not exist. This person's formatting is also bad. This is the formatting you want to use. This is how you do it. And your education should be up at the top. You can fight me on that. I am correct. Your education should be at the top unless it is not relevant to your job title, which in this case, this person at the very bottom has a software and security engineering degree, which is probably close enough that they should put it up at the top. So then we get into the problem of the rest of the bullet points, and I said it doesn't matter, and I don't. This resume is filled with hot dogs. So what is a hot dog? Well, I go over this every stream, so if you want to skip to where I finish this, you can see in the little description below. A hot dog is, I want you to imagine that you're hungry. You go to a restaurant, you order a hamburger. The waiter instead brings you a hot dog. And that waiter, you say, wait, why did you bring me a hot dog? I wanted a hamburger. The waiter says, well, this is the best hot dog you'll ever have in your life. I assure you, sir. And a hot dog has meat like a hamburger. A hot dog has buns like a hamburger. So when you said you wanted a hamburger, you really meant these hot dogs. You, as a customer of that establishment, would leave because that is not what you wanted. That is the same thing here. Enterprise SaaS platform and a blah, 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 blah tenant. Nope, hot dog. Delivered real-time visibility and onboarding status for hot dog. Multi-tenant building and owning and HR tracking, hot dog. React and Spring Boot REST APIs I do want, but I don't know why you did this. Also, your keywords, remember, you want about 3 to 6 in each bullet point. They need to be written in complete sentences that show how you did it and why you did it, which is what a qualification is. So even though they had React, Spring Boot, and RESTful API, they don't really tell me why they did it or in a way that is understandable to my grandfather. So that doesn't. Then this, hot dog, P99 is a hot dog, Redis is a hot dog, PostgreSQL is a hamburger, S3 is a hot dog. I'm not looking for S3, I'm looking for AWS. You know what I don't see in this Java developer? I don't see any Java. And you may be like, Lee, Spring Boot or blankety blank implies Java. No, it doesn't. Nothing does. You know what implies Java? Java. I hate it, right? I hate it. Baby recruiters who just start will put you in because they think it's assumed. You can never assume anything about a resume. If it's not on your resume, it doesn't exist. That is a hard and fast rule. If it's not on your resume, it doesn't exist. And what I don't see? Java. Again, skill sections don't count. Summaries don't count. Skill sections don't count. Skill sections don't count. And that's it. That's all they had it. So that does not count. So they do not have Java. Do they have AWS? Oh, look there. And all the way down there. Nobody is going to scroll this far down into your resume down here. Not a single person. At least not in the first 20 seconds. Once you get past the first 20 seconds, they may look past. But people are not going to see that you have AWS in the first place. So, what do I need you to do to fix this? Well, I do need you to delete this because this is not salvageable. Then I need you to write it to look like this. And I need your bullet points to say, built a blank using Java, Spring Boot, SQL, RESTful APIs in an AWS environment so that our company could blank. Then I need your second sentence to be, did X, Y, and Z so that our company could X. And I need to understand it. No, not me. My grandfather needs to understand. My grandfather was actually an engineer. So probably a bad example. My grandfather was very highly. All my family is engineers. Your grandmother, who is not technical, or grandfather, needs to understand. So a grandparent needs to understand it. And that is not what you did. You need to do 3 to 6 what's, which is keywords, then how you use those keywords, and then the reason that you did it that your grandparent could understand. And that needs to not be in a skill section or summary. That is why this does not succeed. Archived a sub 2-second latency, blah, 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 blah. Does not matter, does not count. I know it's enraging. I know it's infuriating. But guess what? We're in a recession. There are more people that need jobs than jobs exist. So yes, is this backwards? No, this is actually how hiring has been done for like over a decade. Is this infuriating? Yeah, it is. But it's not rage bait, it's real. And this is what you're facing against in the real life market. And this is why you're getting declined. And I don't want you to get it. I don't like declining. Every time we decline somebody is one person away from when we have to actually hire somebody. So, I want you to fix it. I want you to make it understandable to a layman. I need this stuff in your bullet points that show how and why you did it. And I need you to use this format. And if you do all of that, you can get the 1 in 7. Now, as I said, there is an asterisk. And the asterisk to that is if you are applying for fully remote roles, it's a 1 in 20 ratio. And if you are an international, I can get you a 1 in 90 to a 1 in 100. That is how bad the international market is. Is a phenomenal A+ resume is going to get you 1 out of every 100 jobs. And I've gotten people jobs at Fang. I've gotten people jobs at, well, not Fang. Just not Fang anymore. I don't know what they call themselves. They always change their name. But you know what Fang means. So I want you to take these lessons to heart so that you can get employed. Now, we have 4 more resumes up. But before that, I just want to thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. And to my members, thank you for your support on this. My members get access to my past live streams and access to videos early, and I could not keep doing this content. Your financial support keeps me going. So if you want to support this channel, please become a member. I would very much appreciate it. It allows me to keep doing this. So thank you very much to my members. And if you ever need your resume reviewed, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. But let's go to the next resume or more. This is a full stack software engineer. So what do we need for a full stack software engineer? We need degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you do not have TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in the first bullet point, you are probably going to get rejected. But Lee, doesn't matter. The basics get people jobs. If you do not put the basics of your job, you are going to get rejected. People think advanced stuff does. No, basics gets jobs. Always has, always will. So, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, RESTful API or REST API, SQL, Cloud, Backend, React Native, Git or GitHub, CI/CD, Agile, DevOps, and extra credit for all that other good stuff. So, this person has an interesting ratio. So, they're trying to relocate to an area that does not have a lot of jobs. So, they have a 1 in 25, but not a real 1 in 25 because the area is different. So, the ratio applies in the US, right? A 1 in 7 would probably be the equivalent of a 1 in like 20 there. So I know that sounds weird, but basically like your goal should be to find 50 jobs a week to apply to. And if you are not able to find 50 jobs a week to apply to, then however many jobs you apply to is what you need to divide the 7 ratio by. So if this person is only able to find 20 jobs a week, 25 jobs a week, then a 1 in 50 for them would be 1 in 25. Your goal should be getting an interview per week. So they're trying to relocate to Croatia, which, to be clear, my advice works everywhere in the world except one place. I've gotten people jobs in the US, Canada, Mexico, India, Africa, the UK, the EU, including like Germany and all that stuff too. And I believe Singapore as well, and Australia. The one place that doesn't seem to work is the Netherlands. So why? I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work in the Netherlands, but it doesn't. But everywhere else in the world besides the Netherlands, well, my advice works. So they have a different summary for remote positions and they're trying to leverage B2B contract to make my visa simpler. So your visa is an issue that I cannot help you with. I know how the US visa works. I do not know how it works in Croatia. So here is what we are going to do. First off, let's see if this resume is good on its own. So 20 seconds on the clock and go. Formatting's bad. Doesn't matter. Does matter. Deliver the, let's see, Next.js, TypeScript for 2 enterprise social medias. This doesn't matter. Deployed agent, AI capabilities, rescue. Not enough on own AWS components. That one's good. This and time. Okay, so here's what we need to do. First off, if you are relocating, never put open to. You have to say moving to X by Y date. And you don't write professional summary. You just say down here, moving to X by Y date. So moving to Croatia by Z date. That is what you want to do. Now, I will say, if you are not moving to it and you're only open to moving to it if you have a visa, your resume probably doesn't matter. Again, I don't know Croatia's immigration, but if in the US, if you're trying to get to the US and you don't already have a visa, you're not going to get it. You already need a visa previous. So I'm assuming that you're able to work there. In which case, what we do, remember, is do not say professional summary. Do not say all of this. You just need to say moving to Croatia by X date, can move earlier if needed. That's what you need to do. Then we go down to here, and remember, this is the formatting you want to use. Okay, this is the formatting you want, not this. Then we go down to here, and you want everything to be past tense. This is a minor thing you can do for your resume, but everything should be past tense, even if you're still there. Okay, so delivered, full stack, and then remember, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Where is the JavaScript? Where is the JavaScript? All the way down there. Do not do that. JavaScript, HTML, CSS should be in the first one. You have HTML. You don't. Remember, this doesn't count. Do you have that? You do, all the way down there. So I need you to put delivered a full stack JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript feature for 2 enterprise social media platforms used by marketing agents. I don't need these numbers. Do not put numbers. But used by marketing agencies. Then deployed and maintained AI capabilities using REST AI. Okay. Problem is, I only have 2 keywords. Remember, you want a minimum of 3, a maximum of 6. This only has 2, which is AI and REST APIs. Then we have AWS, which should be here. AWS should be... why put AWS should be in your first one. That should be in the first one. Why put N? That's an A. Y'all know what I mean. AWS should be in your first bullet point. And then the rest of this can be deleted because the rest of this doesn't really matter. What is a Postgres 14 to a developer window to a Neon? It means nothing. Then this, you already mentioned AI, so this only has... this counts as 2, so I just need more. So again, it's not like it's the worst resume ever, but like I need TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and AWS in the first sentence. You need to put that. Then you need to say when you're relocating to, by what date. And then I need the rest of this stuff, which I just don't see. And remember, this is a fine way to write it, right? Used by marketing agencies managing their people. So I need the what, the how, the why, the where. And I want everybody to know that I have been streaming, I do this when I live stream, for 3.5 hours. And it may be a 5-hour stream before I finish the last video. So I may miss stuff. And you know what? Tough. People miss stuff in the real world. People don't get sleep. People have been working for 8 hours straight and reviewing hundreds of resumes, and their mind gets tired. So I may miss some basic stuff, which guess what? That could happen in the real world. No one reviews resumes perfectly fresh except for 30 minutes of the day. You get into a fugue state. So, to recap, what do we need to do for this? We need to fix the formatting. We don't want to say professional summary. We want to say we're moving to X by Y date. We need more of these qualifications in these bullet points. And you need a little bit better why you did it. And we need to cut down on a couple of the hot dogs. Next, resume. This is another software engineer full. So we already know what we need for this. This person said, I'm looking for a job ASAP in India, which again, I've gotten people jobs in India before pretty quickly. Decent as per my skill set. I made my resume today. We'll iterate, start applying tomorrow. And they said they are going to remove something, which I will mention for everybody else, but they already know to remove. So 20 seconds is on the clock. And go. Okay, degree, good. This, no, which I already said. Rebuilt an early stage web platform, backend, Nest.js, TypeScript, PostgreSQL here from pilot. It's still a hot dog. Enforced tenant isolation with PostgreSQL to letting hot dog. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Time, but I'm gonna go through this to see what else doesn't matter. What cloud? You can't just say cloud. You have to tell me what cloud. You have to tell me what cloud you are. Like, that matters. Again, doesn't matter. Okay, so I already mentioned this. You do not want to put like sabbatical or anything. If your gap, is under 2 years, then don't even mention it. Don't even mention it, right? Just let it ride. So you don't need to mention that. I already talked to them about that. Second off, this font formatting is off. You want to use this formatting. Third, my big problem here is I just don't see anything I need. Like, your first sentence starts, okay, right? Rebuilt an early stage warehouse platform as one of 2 backend engineers. Okay. Using, all right, Nest.js. I'm going to count that as extra credit. TypeScript, what I need, and PostgreSQL, what I need, hamburgers. But then to scale it from one pilot tenant to blah, 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 that doesn't matter. What was the warehouse platform? What was the point of the warehouse platform? I don't know because you did not tell me. What was the point of this platform? I don't know. You told me how you scaled it. You told me how it kept counts, but I don't know what it was for. Was it to help keep um, sales associate numbers correct? I don't know. You didn't tell me. And then here, the problem is there's literally nothing in here that I need. Again, you already mentioned PostgreSQL up above, so you do not want to mention it twice in the same job. So it is good. Let me make sure that you. It's good to mention SQL here. It's bad to mention it here. It's good to mention it. All right, I'm just going to pretend here. If this was SQL, you do not want to repeat the same keyword in the same job. So the problem I have here, though, is just I can't use anything here. What cloud? I don't know. Did you use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS? I don't know. Did you use RESTful API? I don't know. Did you use what kind of cloud did you use? I don't know. Did you use Backend? Where's Python? I don't know. I don't see any Python. Did you use Git or GitHub? I don't know. You didn't tell me. What about CI/CD, Agile, or DevOps? Nope. Don't see any of that either. So my big problem with this is not the fact that you had a sabbatical. It's the fact that literally nothing here I can use. None of this is related to what I would want you to do for a full stack. None of this would be here for maybe a front end, except Nest would be probably a hamburger instead of extra credit. So I'm going to need you to go back to the drawing board, write your resume that looks like this, and then make it relevant because you have it in the skills section, but I can't use anything in the skills section. And again, for a full stack, I need JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. I know they're basic. I know they're boring. I know you think that every other engineer knows it, but it doesn't matter if everybody knows it. It matters if you have it on your resume. That's the only thing that matters. And this resume would get rejected because it doesn't tell me what I need, and it doesn't tell me why you did it. I still don't know what you did. I read through this, and I still don't know what this multi-tenant warehouse management SaaS is for. I get that it's a warehouse. I get that it worked with stuff they shipped. That's all I know. And that's all I can do on this resume. Next resume. This is a Python dev. We did not have another full stack. So what do we need for a Python dev? We need Python, SQL, Docker, Cloud, RESTful API, or REST APIs, Git, CI/CD, and this is where it breaks away into two separate roles. There is an AI Python dev with ML agentics and tools, or there's a full stack Python dev with JavaScript, HTML5, and CSS3. You notice there is a difference between a Python dev with full stack and a full stack dev with Python. Yeah. So we are going primarily for this. I assume this is going to go into the AI one. Also, it's nice to have Fast API Flask or Django. This person says, I'm looking to move from software engineering to more senior position. All right. So there is another note is, are you going for leadership roles? If you're going for leadership roles, I will need a leadership bullet point. And a leadership role would be like leading other engineers, coaching, training, not firing, hiring, or performance reviews, but essentially like coaching them, which I did say, training, and there's one more, leading the team, interacting with stakeholders, that kind of stuff. So I don't know if you're looking for lead as well. Okay, they're also looking for that. So we're going to add lead bullet point. Okay, leadership. This is where you actually do need leadership. All right, I want the key thing with leadership bullet points is you did not solve the problem. You got other people to solve the problem for you. That's what I need to. So 20 seconds is on the clock. This person has a 1 in 75 ratio, which is not the worst, but it's still a fail, but not the worst. So let's see if this is good or. And go. Oh boy. Nope, can't use any of that. Degree good. This is not needed. This is not needed. This is not needed. So much. Made logins 9 times faster is using Python and fast APIs. Oh, okay. I actually almost like how you wrote that. So my problem with this is bulky. Your formatting is awful, right? Like, you have almost the information. It's just formatted so poorly. So, remember, nothing here. No summary. No summary. No summary. No summary. No summary. Unless you are moving and relocating or you're explaining it some kind of easy. So that doesn't. Then we go down to here, and I don't think any of these are needed. Right? Like, why would I care that you had a Docker for beginners? I don't. I want to see you use it. I don't care about beginners. And then here, I don't need to know when you started. Just need to know that you graduated 2025. And then, wait, 2025 and you're looking for a lead role? From a bachelor's? I don't know if you have enough experience for that. Oh, you've had like, okay, this is very, oh my gosh, this is bad. Okay. So wait, are you a junior? Okay, Hamza, are you a junior? They're on Twitch right now, and they're named Hamza. I actually have this. Oh, you graduated 2025. How many years of experience do you have total? Yeah, no, okay, you're not going to get a leadership role at that. That's like 3 years experience, give or take. If you've got about 2 to 3 years experience, then yeah. Your problem here is this looks like you're a job hopper. Like you've been here for a month or two? No. Do not put that on. That is a red flag. You are an AI dev for almost a year? That's actually okay. No, but then the rest of it, you have a real problem with job hopping. This is, I understand their contracts. I understand that's what you can get. That's going to look bad. Right? Like, why is it that you're looking for a job when you already had one here? We need to work on this time. This is probably one of the biggest deal breakers we can have here. It is job hopping. This is not compressed experience. This is a red flag. This explains okay. So then we were down here from January to October. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, so here is what I want us to do. Okay. Also, were some of these projects? Like, if they were projects, that's fine, but they don't read like projects. I'll look at this after. So I want to keep this one, because that was from Jan 2025 to October 2025. And then I want to keep this one because it's current. But these are the only things you should have. No one's going to hire you for a lead role. You don't have compressed experience, you have job hopping. That's a red flag. So that's a bad thing. So let me see. They said they're all jobs. So here's what we do. First off, fix your formatting. Your formatting should look like this. Okay? Then it should start with your education, and then you can put 2025. That's fine. You don't need to say the month for that. Like, who cares? I would, if the month was January, I would, in fact, no, I would leave the month blank on this. Then we go down to here, and like, I actually almost like this first sentence, right? Made logins faster. I don't care about the 9 times. Using X and Y, because it's so beefy. See, okay, here, I like this sentence. I want to highlight this as something you've done well. I like this sentence, right? Connected AI services, keyword, to the platform using Amazon Web Service, AWS. You don't need to put the full AWS out. Weirdly enough, everybody knows what AWS is. If it was GCP, you need to write it out, but otherwise you don't need to do it for AWS. I'm not expecting anybody to know. That's a weird quirk of how jobs work. Then I don't care about Bedrock, but in Python, good. So they run without slowing down the main application. This is a very good sentence, right? We have 3 things I want, which is a minimum. We have AI, we have AWS. Again, I don't really want the Bedrock. And we have Python. And it says you integrated the cloud tool so they run slower. So that's the why. Make a comma here. This should be a comma, not a period. But I want you to write the rest of it like this. Okay? I want you to write the rest of it like this sentence. Because I like that sentence. I think that's a good sentence. But built the entire backend for Pitch Awesome, an AI-powered platform using Docker that. No. I'd rather you say, built the backend for our website using Python, PostgreSQL, AWS, for our AI SaaS powered or our AI SaaS product that did X and Y. Okay, I need you to stop trying to impress me because you read me as a type A person. Right, it was fine. Type A overachiever. They're gung ho. They're gonna do everything right now. Let's do it, and that's okay. The problem is I don't want to see how you learned it. I want to see how you did it. And you don't really show me that. I want you to dial it back. I want you to dial back the energy a little bit. And I want you to be a little more boring, a little more basic. Like, it's kind of like going for a date, and the very first thing you go into is a monologue about Warhammer 40K. You gotta give us a little bit of time to get there, you know? Which, admittedly, that would probably work on. But, so that is what I want you to do. I want you to make it more basic, and I want you to write it like this, because this is a good sentence. This proves to me that you know how to do it. The problem is you're trying to, like, brag, and you will never impress me. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it's just resumes do not impress people. They're not built for it. It's like trying to impress somebody with a government form. You're just not going to do it, right? No matter how impressive a refrigerator is, you're probably not going to be impressed by it. It's a refrigerator. So I want you to fix your formatting. I want you to write the bullet points like this one. And I want you to include this stuff. All right. And then I only want you to keep this job and this job, because this is on the verge of being job hoppy. There's actually a real world where I tell you not to do this and take this out, but which I might say, but this is at least that. No, actually, because you're still looking for a job and it's been less than a year, actually remove this too. Yeah, I would remove this. Make it look like this is your first job and now you're looking for another one because something happened. But otherwise, it doesn't work. And this, what I'm good at, doesn't matter. Talks and publications, you can keep that. That's good. And the volunteer, I would keep that. Keep those. So keep below this, but we don't care what you're good at. We care what you did. And if you do not delete the rest of this experience, you are going to get rejected because they're going to think you're a job hopper. You're going to be there for a month. Delete. Next resume. This is a resume of a full stack software engineer. This person has stated, I just want to get a review of the new CV. I just started applying with it yesterday. Try to follow your tips. Thanks for the content. So we do not know if this is good or garbage. It is brand new. Let's see if they actually followed what I needed them to do. So let's try and do this. 20 seconds clock and go. Okay, good. Built a full stack pricing platform using data. Kind of built a TypeScript, JavaScript protect people away. Why you always hide this? Used Redis to speed up search queries. Docker track change automated. Built and deployed a hot dog, mostly hot dog. Besides hot dog. Time. Okay. Why you were Engie, Lee Engie. So first off, I want you to say, build a full stack price tracking platform using C#.net. Oh yeah, no, you have this. Okay, so like, okay, using C#.net. Okay, so C#.net, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and React. Okay, and that'll be your first one. The why you did it is okay. The why you did it is okay, but remember, I want this in the first bullet point. And then I want to make sure you also say C#.net. ASP.net, you want in the third or second bullet. Because those are different. Even if they're not different, they're different in what they're looking for. So I really want you to separate them. So the first bullet point should have TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. The why you did this is perfect. I don't have any complaints with it. It's just this needs to be up above. So we keep C#, right? .net, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and React. And then the second one will be used ASP.net, PostgreSQL, and RESTful APIs. That'll be the second one. And then the third one is kind of a hot dog besides Git. I want Git. Docker is nice to have, but like I'm also missing CI/CD. I'm missing Agile. I'm missing Cloud. The missing Cloud is a big one. I'm missing Cloud. I'm missing any AI for extra credit. So this third sentence besides Git is a little weak. Then we go down to here, and almost all of this besides SQL is a hot dog. So the entire thing is RESTful API and SQL, which if that's the case, then just delete it. Fine. And then we have down here, and wait, you graduated. And then again, GUI, hot dog, Flask, hot dog, ROS2, hot dog, React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, good. Yeah, I like the rest of this. Like, built the GUI using blah, 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 blah. That part is good. Trained a YOLO model in Python to detect count crabs and reconstruct 3D models. Problem I have with this is there is one keyword here that I need. I do not care about the amount of equipment. And then down here, we have SQL, which is good. I like this. You clearly have the whys. I really like it. I just need a little more whats. Like, again, most of the resume's problems is they don't tell me why, and stuffing more keywords in would make it worse. You have very good whys. These are some very good examples of whys, besides this one. Right? This one is not a good why. That part. But the rest of them are good, and I just need more of this. Like, this is what I'm missing, really, is I just don't have enough. I don't really have cloud. I don't have Git. I don't have CI/CD. I don't have Agile. I don't have DevOps. And those are the things I'm missing. And you need about 75% of the above to get a job. And I only have about 50% to 65%. So we're very close. We're very close, but we're not quite there yet. And again, remember, the first one should be C#.net or just C#, and then TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Keep ASP.NET in this bullet. But that is it for this video. I just want to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and to my members who get access to my videos early and my previous live streams. Thank you so much for your support. I could not do this without you, and your monetary support lets me keep this free for everybody else and help as many people as possible. So if you want to join, you can join in the link below. And I just want to say thank you very much again to me. And if you ever want to get your resume reviewed, this goes for members and non-members. You can always join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST, twitch.tv/headhunter, and right here on YouTube. But that is it for me, and I will see you in the next video to help you get ahead of your jobs. Later.